Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another character profile. Today we're going to be doing something different. Normally I talk through the entirety of the profile, but this time I'm going to let someone else do it. And who better than the character themselves? Come on, Wriggle!
Yo boys and girls, you better listen up. I, Waggle Nightcock, the head sergeant of the meme police, a representative of the Order of Spice and a great meme war veteran, have come here to speak about a really fucking important topic. Me. You heard me right. In today's character profile we'll go through all about you need to know about your future dictator. Just kidding. In truth, I've been kidnapped by Mayfair and by Magi, and have been forced to watch Boku no Pico twice. But while I'm waiting my impending circumcision, I guess I can share you a piece or two of my endless wisdom, also known as Google. My fucking name and shit to which it is related. We'll start with the most deceiving section of this video. Many of you might know me as Waggle Nightcock, but that is not the name my parents gave me before leaving me onto the highway to be squashed by a speeding truck. 16 wheels and none of them hit. At that point I knew that my suffering, also known as life, would continue for a while. But, my real name is Christopher von der Vakine, destroyer of the worlds and your mama Dinklerberg, in short Wriggle Nightbug. Wriggle apparently comes from the word wriggle. Who would have ever fucking guessed? In short, it is an English word meant to describe the movement that the people do before me out of fear and respect. Nightbug on the other hand is portmanteau. The fuck is this? I didn't come here to speak fucking baguette or some Puget shit. Basically Nightbug means night and bug. If I need to explain this any further I'm gonna shoot someone. My majestic looks. Wriggle has perfect Aryan blue eyes, teal mop on top of her head and TV antennae. My clothes of choice are white shirt reminding everyone of white supremacy, black and red cape that reminds me of the good old days of the Third Reich, or insect wings, anywhere you fucking want it. Although a kind says that I have actual wings. Well, fuck me sideways and call me Mary Poppins, for this mosquito is about to recreate 9/11. On top of all of that, I wear pants that look like they've made out of trash bags. Now you know how to properly cosplay me, so off you go, you weebs. But wait, there's more. According to that same account of my sweet lolly appearance. Wait, I'm a fucking lolly? Well, now, it appears that the time of miracles isn't over. I'm now officially a jailbait, but back to the topic. According to her, my beautiful lolly curves are a result of people no longer fearing insect yaokei. Are you fucking implying that I'm not scary? Boy, you have no idea what I'll do to you kids once I get my hands onto them. Shit I've gotten myself into along the years. The first time I allowed mortals to bask in my presence was in Imperishable Niggers. I was the stage 1 boss, because I'm number 1. But sadly for me, my reign of terror ended sooner than it was supposed to end. No one fucking told me that I was going against shit like Reimu Yukari or some shit like that. They also had bug spray, so don't you fucking say a word. The second time people got to gaze upon my perfect Aryan forms was in Shoot the LGBT on the stages 1, 3, and 5 of the first level. There I got first harassed and then molested by the head journalist of Playboy. I really need Chris Hansen here right now. My third appearance in the games is in Hopeless Masturbation. I was one of the many background characters in that game, for if I had been a playable I had been too OP.
Better to be cheering than getting your ass beaten.
Are you fucking saying that I'm weak? I swear on me mom that I'll wreck you IRL. Come and fight me, you pussy ass nigga. Outside of the games, I've made a quite name for myself in the print works. I first appeared in Bohemian Archive and Period Blood, where I formed my first insect Reich and started spreading propaganda through my newly established insects news service. Do I even have to tell you that I was using bugs to run that damn thing? If I do, then you, my friend, have reached a new level of autism. But in the end, the first insect Reich's propaganda machine fell apart due to the allies shitting into the cooling system and the fact that running a newspaper is boring as fuck. Aya later interviewed me for her Playboy about my propaganda machine, but oopsie fucking doodle, I was so drunk while doing it that I forgot all about it. I also was seen in Silent Sinner and shit on the prologue on the page 6 and in chapter 9 on page 12 where I was caught making a Molotov-Ribbentrop pact with Yarormyr regarding the rise of my Second Reich. I once again got harassed by a Touhou in Perfect Memento in Titanus, where I once again got my ass blasted by more articles made about me. As we hop forward in time, I can also be found from Inaba of the Gulag and Inaba of the Auschwitz from the chapter 15, page 7. Soon my comrades, soon. And yet again some creep decided to write some fantasies about me. This time it was the ordinary lesbian, also known as Marissa. She wrote few pages about me into her orgy book. In Oriental Sacred Gas Chamber I can be seen negotiating in order to get the Japanese pharaohs to my side when I form my Second Reich on the chapter 3, page 12, chapter 4, page 2 and chapter 12 page 18. Needless to say those little shits didn't give a shit. A damn pity, they'd have made a really good kamikaze squad. In Wild and Horned Potato I can be seen on chapter 20, page 24 and on chapter 23, page 23. My fucking god, when do these appearances end? I swear I'm gonna fucking kill whoever sends these paparazzis after me. In Strange Creators of Discord servers I make an appearance in volume 2, cross-dress I mean cross-review section, and in volume 3 in profile section. And fucking finally the latest appearance as of now was in Visionary Fairs in Mosque, where my visions of my Second Reich have almost come true. I can be found from the chapter 1, page 10 and from chapter 10, page 17. Personality.
This section will be short, just like our height.
First of all, fuck off. Secondly,
Wriggle is quick to anger and seems to take it personally when someone offends insects in any way.
seriously fuck off. People might say I have a short temper, but that is not true. What the fuck is that, a fucking child walking on my yard? Hippity hoppity, get the fuck off my property. I'm also scared shitless because my comrades are constantly being gassed to death with bug spray. Some people also call me stupid, but for those people I can only say, prepare to get macfucked, for Wiggle Daddy is coming to town tonight to get you little shits.
She's also not the brightest gal, as she quickly forgotten her insect news service. Or she's dumb. That works too.
Okay, that's it. You're so fucking dead when I find you. Me fucking livelihood, mate. If I'm completely honest, this section is completely useless. The only job I've ever had besides being the Führer of my glorious insect Reich is the insect delivery service. And since that went down due to people not wanting to read the insect Playboy, I couldn't have been bothered to get a real job. My biography that you'll all buy once it hits the store shelves. The reason why I'm as badass as I currently am is that I'm a firefly Yalke thingy and humans usually can't be bothered to kill them.
If she were a mosquito, you bet my ass I'd fucking kill her.
Bitch, you as much as come here and I'll make my homeboys to slap your shit to the next week. But all in all, I'm considered to be very wise amongst my own.
Looks like she's not as dumb as she looks.
You shit, you're really picking a fight, aren't you? But this might come to you as a surprise, but even your mighty Wiggle has her weaknesses. Who the fuck would have guessed that a fucking insect like I would be vulnerable to fire, cold, fumigation and insect repellent? So the next time you want to pick a fight with me, be sure to grab a fucking refrigerator, for that is my kryptonite. But all and all, yours truly Wiggle is, surprisingly, an insect, and as one she tends to have a shit memory and likes to live in places where you can find other insects, such as yourself. Like bushes, grassy areas and Yo Mama's basement. Titles. Besides my most well-known titles, the Führer of the Future Fourth Reich and the XX Pussy Slayer XX, I have few other titles as well. Those being a bug of light wriggling in the dark and swarm of bright bugs. Abilities / powers. Ability to control insects. The fuck were you expecting? The ability I wield should be quite self-explanatory. I control bugs, that's about it. I have many bugs up my sleeve. Usually fireflies, moths, casual flies, buttershitters, caterpillars, hornets, etc. I'm also able to control bugs that you see in those sick insect bestiality hentai comics, so be fucking scared. According to Akainu, I'm also able to control shit like spiders. Even though spiders aren't insects, they're fucking arthropods. Guess Zun didn't do his fucking biology homework. But all and all, while my ability doesn't seem like much, make no mistake, I'm the fucking strong. My insects are capable of poisoning the shit out of you and giving you diseases, such as AIDS. But I'm guessing that isn't necessary, since most of you already have that. Why else would you watch this? My insects are also capable of shitting into your cereal.
So, could she control Yarormyr? Or even Spider-Man? That's the question we need to know.
And yes, Yam-Aim, Spider-Man and Eternity are all my bitches, so suck it up and be afraid. But this ability has more uses than one could think of. Who would have thought that surrounding myself in bugs makes people want to avoid me? It is useful at keeping pedophiles and weebs away. But while this ability is useful, it has a drawback. It's an utter butt fuckery during the winter. Shit's dead, you know. During this time I'm most susceptible to child abuse.
Oh shit! Well, I found a Yoka acting beat in the winter. Moreover, since the insects she controls will have their typical weaknesses such as cold, fire, fumigation, and insecticide, one can greatly weaken her capabilities by exploiting one or more of those weaknesses.
Bitch, come fight me and I swear you can't sit for a month. Music. But while I'm not planning to conquer the known world, I'm planning to become a part-time DJ. I already have 2 tracks up my sleeve. The other being my boss theme from Imperishable Niggers, Stirring an Autumn Moon. Mooned Insect, which is pretty fucking meh. I mean, there are many themes that people forget about, and they really like to forget about this one, and for a good reason. But while that one sucks major dick, the stage theme that leads up to that piece of shit, Illusionary Night, is so fucking lit it can melt even steel beams. Gameplay. Alright, now I'm gonna show you how to play Waggle Nightcock. But in all honesty, I'm too powerful to be played, and so instead of being played by you, you'll be played by me. My attacks are so powerful that they can rip a new hole into space-time right where that Marisa used to be. Relationships.
Surprisingly, she doesn't have much of a relationship.
Are you calling me fucking lonely right now? I'll have you know that I have more friends than you do. For an example, I have my insects, and on top of that I have, well, I have Touhou. And just wait a second. People at the entry. And I probably have talked with Yarormyr at some point. So I have a crap ton of friends, and I'm totally not lonely and contemplating any possible ways of committing suicide. Interesting / fun facts. Honestly, who cares? As many of you know, I have a special move. This move is my ultimate wiggle kick. That together with my cape that I use to wipe my ass are actually a reference to Sentai heroes. Some lame ass Japanese superhero series where some dude has an insect motif. But honestly, I don't give a shit. The kick is mine now, and I'll use it to whoop some ass. Also, according to the man, the legend, Zun himself, I could have made an appearance in his Out and Soku, but I was cut due to time constraints. Fanon stuff. Now this is the part that scares me. According to the weebs who play this game series, my appearance and name don't give away my gender right away. That's why some people have started to argue if I'm actually a male character. So, I'm gonna say this just this once. I'm not a male. I'm in fact Apache Fighter Helicopter. There, that should clear things nicely. However, Zun himself isn't happy with this, so Apache Helicopter had to be simplified into a female. But there still are those weebs who are not happy with anything and portray me as, oh god, as a male character because Rinosuke apparently wasn't enough. But the worst part is that this happens usually in some more delicate fan material, if you catch my drift. But even if the fans, both writers and readers, are aware of what I actually am, they still keep turning me into that hideous trap. So, let me say this just once. Traps are gay. But some people like to take this even further. Some people are not content by seeing me molested in some hentai comic and instead want to see me get eaten by some other character such as Yarormyr or Mischief. But little do they know that I fucking control Yarormyr, and when you fucking eat me, I'll start to eat you from the inside out. So don't you fucking start anything with me. Especially not combining those hentai comics and vor comics into one thing. Just don't. Another fun thing is that people like to create the kind of fan art out of me that makes you shit yourself, because apparently a real spider isn't scary enough, so you have to create a picture of a human insect morph that seeps into your nightmares, sucks your dick and calls you gay. Some fans have also taken notice of my sweet lolly form and have associated me with Cherno, Yarormyr and etc. In short, people consider me as being part of that Team 9. Or as I like to call it, the Ghost Division. Or the strongest team that works too. Strongest because I'm part of it. Usually we are depicted playing or pranking people, but in fact we are planning our blitzkrieg and what we'll do once we have achieved full and total control over the whole world. Some people also like to label me simply as the G. And no, it is not shortage for gay. There is an alternate word being used for that, which is you. The letter G is short for Gakiburi, or simply the cockroach. You know, that's because I have the longest cock in the animal kingdom. Other nickname I have is Wrigglin or Wigglin. It's similar shit to Yuka is Eucharin, only difference being that mine is more badass. The most common Yuri pairing I have is Yuka. Well, fuck me sideways and call me to me. I'm so fucked. Literally. Apparently people like to associate me with her because insects pollinate flowers. Baka, that's so fucking lewd. Also we have a same kind of hairstyle, so people are really eager to jump into conclusions with this.
Or maybe Angel type is to blame.
I have no idea who they are or what they have done, but if it is somehow related to Yuka fucking my brains out, then I'm off to get my shotgun so that I can stick it up their asses and maybe fire it a little. Who knows? But in short, people like to depict me and Yuka in either consensual or in an S&M relationship where Yuka bullies the ever-loving shit out of me. But people who do this have only a grain of truth. You see, having sex with Yuka is as fun as getting ran over by a road roller. I wasn't able to sit in 3 months. In Imperishable Niggas, people can fly up to the top of the screen as a Yauke to collect items / the guts of your enemies. I'm sure you already knew this, since you're watching this video. The Magic team is also able to do this without shifting. Mariso's a Yauke confirmed. But, what I'm getting at here is that, while you so greedily collect those items, you may have gotten yourself Wriggle kick straight to the face. Since my boss battle is weak as shit, I mean I am giving the player a chance, I have to come to the screen so suddenly that I'll fucking ram the living shit out of the player while they collect the guts of my fallen comrades. This is what originally sparked my ultimate move come to life. Wiggle kick, kicking your teeth in, since the 2004. And lastly, in League of Retards, there used to be an item called the Wriggle's Lantern which was named after me. What a fucking surprise. But it has been removed from the game ages ago. Gee, I wonder why. Give that shit to Yudi and he fucking sits on your face and forces you to suck his tiger balls. And the last category, the most common lol is you see me within Yuri hentai.
It's called pairings, but Wriggle only has one, and we just talked about her. Yuka and Wriggle, or Yu-Rigu.
Are you fucking implying that I don't have any sex life other than Yuka? Let me tell you about all the massages we have with our Team 9, you fucking virgin. Also, since I'm a bug, it can be said that I'm somehow part of every insect hentai comic you'll ever read. So, let that sink into your head. I'm always there, watching and judging you silently. But briefly returning to my sex relationship with Yuka. People who get their meat erect from watching that shit have a phrase that they use to show how much of a weeb they are, and that they jerk off to that shit. That phrase being Irigu or no himori, or when spoken with non-weeb language, Irigu is my sunflower. Bitch, I'm not gonna pollinate even a single flower ever again if it leads me to have fucking sex with it. I'm fucking done with this shit.
But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which facts about Wriggle did you find the most interesting? Did you now learn that Wriggle had her own bug news service? Do you wish Wriggle was in Hiso Tensoku? Or do you think Wriggle could survive her relationship with Yuka? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Wriggle might try to attack me. But to be fair, I live in Canada, so bitch is gonna have a hard time attacking me, that's for sure.
Listen here you little bitch, I'm already on my way. You'll be in some real deep shit once I build that fucking wasp nest onto your backyard.
Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.